Hello Pedro, it's very nice to have you here today for the interview.
Hello Miguel, I'm very glad to be here.
So the topic that concerns us today is, if all the world's cultural heritage has to be enclosed in a time capsule, what would you include? Let's say to begin with, what would you include in sports?
In sports, I would include Olympic Games. I think it's the most important event in the world of sport. People from many different countries and many different cultures participate. I also include football because it's a sport that I really like and it is played by people from all over the world.
Yeah, that's an interesting suggestion. Now let's talk about architecture. What are the most impressive constructions that you will choose for the time capsule?
Okay, here in Spain, during history, many civilizations have been living here and they have left a very important legacy. Here in Spain I would choose the Aqueduct of Segovia that represent the Roman civilization, and also I would choose Cordoba's mosque and the Alhambra from Granada as great examples of the Muslim culture. Outside of Spain, I would choose the Great Wall of China because of its tremendous length, and in a more modern architecture, I would choose the skyscrapers like the Empire State Building or the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, I think all of those are really impressive constructions. Literature, I think, is also a very important field in modern society. So, what writers would you include in this selection?
I will include Miguel de Cervantes, a Spanish writer who wrote El Quijote, a book that has been translated in more than 200 languages. And I also include Charles Dickens, a British writer, and one of his most important books is Oliver Twist.
Yeah, I think those are really important writers in history. What about music?
We can find many different kinds of music. I like most of genres, but if I have to choose, I would choose the group Estopa. It is my favorite and it is formed by two brothers of Barcelona.
And what's your opinion on painting?
I'm not a huge fan of painting, but if I have to choose something, I would choose Mona Lisa in the Louvre Museum and the Guernica in Reina Sofia Museum.
Yeah. Now let's put aside culture for a little bit and let's talk about science. What science inventions would you put in the time capsule?
Okay, in the field of technology, I would choose the invention of the internet, and with the internet, the development of the smartphones that are able to pack so much power in a device that fits in our pockets.
Yeah, I totally agree with the inventions you chose. And finally, is there any other field that you will include in the time capsule?
Yes, the development of ways of transport. I think they have improved a lot our communication, and that's all.
Thank you, Pedro. It has been a pleasure to have you here today, and I would like to have another interview with you any other time.
Thank you too, I really enjoyed it.